I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist. No stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. I'm only gonna do this once. Ha ha. Classic.
Warrior, come up to play.
I'm only gonna do this once.
The Chicago, nigga.
I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once. Classic! Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality since back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 0-6, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate.
What up, chat?
The flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown chef return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back. I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater. I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in, the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt. Let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal. Walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or if I'm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait.
Let's get ready to rumble.
My dog, yo, welcome to the human experience. This is Classic with the classic codes, and I'm here with my dog Tez, the Tez Down. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you stay tapped in with both of us. Subscribe to the channels. More importantly, subscribe to the Raw Society Coalition channel as well. That is where this is streaming live from. So if wherever you tapped in with us from, hit the subscribe button. Let's get it out the way, shorty.
Hey y'all, hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
Tez, I know how you doing, but for the people that's live, man, how you doing, Tez?
Feeling good, feeling fantastic.
Man, as you should, bro. I'm glad, man. Another day above ground. We're going to make the most of it for sure. Everybody coming in on the vertical version, go ahead and double tap the screen on the way in. Everybody that's tapping in, from the regular version, go ahead and exit out of that chat and hit the thumbs up for us and come right back. You know what I'm saying? So we're not wasting no time today. Not wasting no time at all. We have a shotgun show. It's gonna be a nice solid show, but just a short one. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get straight into it. Our opening topic is going to be earning grace and mercy, and we actually gonna slide over to TikTok and tap in with Carlos Miller. Shout out to the brother Carlos. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in with him real quick and see exactly what his perspective is. Him, DC Young Fly, and the whole gang. All right, let's get it.
People play so far, and I just don't like how people play so far into the safety net, though. Like, in order to make a change in your life, you gotta take a chance at some point. You can't just coast through this shit. I know even if you in a fucked up situation right now where you making just enough, you're gonna have to find a way to take $50, $100, and take a chance on it.
And do something.
You get what I'm saying?
You gotta do something different than what you're doing right now. If you're doing a routine, that ain't working.
Right.
It ain't working. You gotta do something that's different.
Even if you're working 5 days a week, bro, and you like, I just don't got time. You gotta get up early Saturday then. If you work 5 days a week, bro, you get that one day off. You can't lay around on that one day.
The other day is an execution trying to figure it out.
You gotta take them 6 hours of daylight that you got.
Take advantage.
And figure that out. You gotta get up early, bro. You gotta do something. You gotta make something happen because ain't nobody gonna come help you.
Ain't nothing stopping you either.
And then the cold part though, man, if people see you trying, they actually will help you though. It might not be the first weekend or the third weekend or the 14th weekend, bro. But when people start seeing you be consistent, like, all right, this nigga ain't giving up.
Right.
Shit, I can't give him shit up, but I know he cut a little grass, man. Hey, bro, I got a weed eater back here that I ain't using, man. I know you be in the neighborhood cutting grass. I'm gonna give you the weed. Nigga, it be shit like that.
It work like that. And some, man, people be needing help anyway. They just don't want to have a motherfucker who's just gonna be a leech around. And if they know that you useful, they need you.
And there's another thing, bro. When somebody do help you, the way that you pay somebody back, it ain't just always about, hey, here go your $30 back. You pay people back by making that shit work, bro.
Right, bro.
By making them feel like, hey, man, I didn't waste my money fucking around on you.
Right, bro. Right. And you really about that shit.
Right.
You could come at me for anything.
Right.
Because I know you true to what you talking about.
That's how you pay a motherfucker back.
All right, so let's chop it up. Tez. What did you think about this? So I titled this one Earning Grace and Mercy, as they speak about, you know, having to put work in, and then the more, you know, people don't really want to give you anything when you simply asking for a handout. But then, you know, as folks see you chipping away or grinding or working at something relentlessly and consistently, you know, no specified amount of time, but then they start wanting to or being more willing to pour into what you got going on. What does this make you think about?
I mean, that's a testament to the culture that we live in. You know, there are so many people that need help but don't know what to do, so they don't do anything. You know what I mean? But I'm more likely to help somebody too if I see them working on whatever they're working on.
For how long? Like how long does a person need to be consistent to earn your grace or to earn some contribution from you?
I mean, it just depends on what situation is, to be honest. You know what I mean? If it's a kid, they probably gonna get some help right away. You know what I mean? If it's a kid, they probably gonna get the help right away. If it's an adult, able-bodied human being, you know, I want to see, you know, their track record. And, you know, by track record, it's not like, oh, I want to know everything about you. No, I just want to see if you working or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you working like I'm working? Because I don't have everything. So if I don't have everything, you know, you asking for something that I might need or something that, you know, somebody close to me might need, and you asking me for it, but are you able-bodied or not? You know what I mean? Like, even if it's just a ride to work, like, what is you trying to do to help yourself get there? You know what I mean? If you're not trying to do nothing except take from me, well, I got a bill to pay. Well, are you trying to pay the bill? No, I just want you to pay it for me. That's completely different.
Got you. I got you. So like most things, then would you conclude or come to the conclusion that grace grace and mercy are conditional?
I 100% believe that grace and mercy are conditional.
I tend to agree with you. I think most things are conditional as far as in the realm of the emotional spectrum or even just anything in the range of like something a person has to feel something in order to do something. I think all of that is conditioned in its purest form. I mean, just even describing it like that describes conditions, right? So I think it's conditional too, bro. And I definitely feel like it's a catch-22 because it's the human experience. So we could tell stories. We could tell stories that would show or prove that that grace and mercy are conditional, but then you also probably have a situation where you didn't know nobody from nothing and weren't telling anybody about your problems, and they gave you the help that you needed, not knowing it was the help that you needed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I could come up with a real life scenario to prove or disprove this. Don Romero said, being there by spirit is grace and mercy. What you mean by being there by spirit? Thank you for your chat, Don. Yeah, y'all talk to us too in the chat. But like, okay, for example, okay, so grace or mercy, rather. I could say depending on what puts you in a position to need or want grace and mercy, right? Or even forgiveness. It just depends on what your offense was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not real gracious. Just to give it a general spectrum, I'm not real gracious to somebody if they've done something to warrant them apologizing to me.
No,
right?
They need to apologize. They need to apologize.
No, that's cool. But even after the apology, whatever you did that warranted you needing to apologize, I'm not real gracious towards people who have done me wrong. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
like
I do.
it don't even matter about the apology, and I'm not merciful either. Like I'm not super merciful. Like if you done me wrong, it's best that we just stay away from each other. You feel me? Like let's just stay away from each other because this shit can go bad. You feel
everybody
me?
doesn't need to get along. That's the one thing that I feel as if people don't take into account. Everybody wants to get along with everybody. Everybody wants to be liked by everybody. Everybody wants to be loved by everybody. But at some point in time, you have to stop caring. You have to say that it doesn't matter if they love me or not. The people who do love me will find me. Or if it's nobody, then I got to love myself enough to allow that process to take place.
Yeah, see, in the definition of mercy, right? Just looking it up real quick. In the definition of mercy, compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm. So I'll read that one more time. Compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm. So like mercy would be an example of, like, for example, in the fight game, if we talking Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. Errol was having his way with Mikey, and down the stretch of that fight, he could have really poured it on and got Mikey up out of there. But he was He was merciful. He let it go to a 12-round decision, and he won comfortably on the cards. But you could see Errol Spence ease off the gas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not Errol Spence. I'm not Errol Spence, bro. Like if you've done something to warrant mercy from me, you probably not gonna get it. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's your philosophy on that?
For me, it's situational. Like I will give mercy to somebody, especially depending on our rapport. But when it comes down to, like, if for example, if it's a boxing match, like if it's a sanctioned event, I might have to beat them into submission. You know what I'm saying? I might have to do that. Whether it's football, I don't see myself pulling up and not cracking somebody. You know what I mean? Especially when it's time to do it.
Right.
Not trying to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get the receipts there. Especially if you gave me a stiff one earlier. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially.
Stiff one earlier is a crazy sentence, Tez. 60% said walk this way, Aerosmith. You funny. What you talking about? But yeah, man, I definitely think I definitely think that you can earn grace through your works and consistency, you know, especially if you're doing something that people can publicly see you chipping away at, you probably can earn that. But grace is synonymous with like courtesy, you know what I'm saying? Like people extend courtesy to you, but mercy on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? I'm beyond
grace is, for example, if I hate this example because it doesn't happen, but if someone came over my house and let's just say that, you know, they didn't remove their shoes. I don't have signs posted because why would I need signs posted when I'm the only person reading them? You know what I mean? But if someone came in and they didn't remove their shoes immediately, you know, the grace would be me looking at them and saying, hey, we don't wear shoes here.
Yeah.
Keep all the outside stuff outside. That's more of a grace thing. Mercy would be if I have the ability to, I don't know, if you're a supervisor at a job and you see somebody, they late 2-3 days out of the 5-day week, but they do excellent work. And then you bring them to the office and you say, hey, policy dictates that I should fire you for being 5 minutes late every single day, but you put out the most work every single day. Not only do you put out the most work, you're the most concise. So even though you late 5 minutes, you save me an extra 10 minutes on everybody's pay, which actually is worth way more money than you being late for 5 minutes. You know, and you know, if I'm the boss, if I'm the supervisor, or whatever, I don't usually ask those types of personal questions of why are you late, but I know many supervisors will be like, hey, so what's going on? Like, why is you late every day? You know what I mean? And you know, if that's the case, 9 times out of 10, it just be they got kids or, you know, traffic, or it just sucks getting out of their area, whatever. You know, it's hard out here, especially if you're working every day. It's hard out here. You know, you get used to it, but it don't make it no less hard. Schedules don't be the same as they're supposed to be. All of that. That would be more of a merciful thing. I'm not firing them because they're good, or even if they're not that good, let them know, hey, you're on the chopping block. Let's change that. That's mercy.
I like it.
Matter of fact, that's more merciful than anything. You're on the chopping block, but I'm gonna keep you anyway.
Right. Modine said, I always show mercy because most times I don't attribute to malice what I could attribute to stupidity. You better than me, Modine. I ain't gonna lie to you. I appreciate you though. Let's see. Daryl Washington. Floyd Mayweather is not going to win his lawsuit. They on their new management, young fighters. Get your money up front. No credit. Okay. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I feel you. Appreciate you, Daryl Washington. Thanks for letting us know. You know what I'm saying? But let's move, man. Let's move. Good to break the ice on earning grace and mercy. Yeah, you can earn Tez as you can't earn mine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's see.
Oh, I ain't nobody supervisor. I ain't doing that no more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not real merciful or great. I haven't stood to benefit from a lot of grace and mercy, so I don't stand to give out much of it either. You feel me?
I just feel like if you gotta cross me, it's probably better if you leave me alone forever.
Yeah, because listen.
A lot of people out there, you know, you can go be with some people that you ain't crossed. You know, I can be around people that ain't crossed me. So if you gotta cross me, just keep walking.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Tez. Let's use distance. Let's use distance as a conflict resolution. Let's see what Channing Crowder and Terence Crawford had to say. Bud and Channing talk compromise and greed.
Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's you. Now we know your character. Sometimes, you know, you look at people and you be like, dang, man, you ain't got no dignity. You ain't got no morals. Like, come on, man. Like, what you gonna stand for if everything is about money?
Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's you. Now we know your character. Sometimes, you know, you look at people and you be like, dang, man, you ain't got no dignity. You ain't got no morals. Like, come on, man. Like, what you gonna stand for if everything is about money?
Like,
yeah.
That hurt him, man.
Yeah. You know what?
That hurt him. He got hurt with that one. You can see it on his face.
Hey, look, I've been saying it. I'm gonna say it again. People who are all about bread, I'm gonna say this: people who put money first, above all. You know what I'm saying? People who are, is money, 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 paper, paper, paper. Nothing else matter. Money, bread, bread. Run it up, bread, bread, money, money, money. You gotta watch them people close, bro.
You really do.
You gotta watch them people close, bro. I live by that, bro. If that's all you about, everything for sale. Your loyalty, your dignity, your integrity, your participation, your lack thereof, you know what I'm saying? Your reliability. It's for sale, bro. If you all about bread, like we talking about compromise. I mean, somebody bankroll deep enough. I mean, you don't even have any boundaries. Think about it. If I'm the right person with deep enough pockets and I run into somebody with this philosophy, they don't have any boundaries.
No. And they'll take it out on you if you allowed them to.
Elaborate. What you mean take it out? How?
Like, for example, it's been plenty of times in history where somebody has walked up on two people and say, sell him out or do this to him. You get this. Rarely do the two people agree that they are stronger together than this one dude in front of them. Rarely do they agree. Rarely. I make no delusions on that. People don't usually agree to work together.
I say this: people who are all about money, everything becomes a number. They start treating humans like numbers. Everything just becomes a number, right? It's no longer about humanity, bro. Everything's interchangeable, swappable, replaceable. You don't look at anything as invaluable. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation.
What's sacred at that point?
Yeah, I'm known to say I don't care about money, and people always take it wrong when they hear it. You know what I'm saying? In certain concepts, you have a hard time discussing without people trying to assume that you're not, a rich individual or a wealthy individual yourself, just because you prefer to have conversation like a real person. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this, bro. I don't care. Like, for most people in the United States anyway, you're going to experience not having bread. For most people in the country, you're going to experience not having bread at some point in your life. Yeah, at some point in your life, right? But if you're fortunate and if you work hard or whatever the case may be, somebody sets you up, whatever, you may also experience a time where you have a surplus, an influx. You know what I'm saying? That extra, you up. You feel me? I think that if anything about you changes, regardless, then this conversation applies. This conversation applies. Nothing changed. Like in my adulthood, I've been up and down. Nothing changed about me though.
Nothing changed.
Not me. As far as like, superficial shit. If anything, I would say the more that I acquire, the less I give a fuck about the shit I wanted.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I remember having a dream car that I wanted. You feel me? Like I really, really wanted it. And shit, I got to a point in my adulthood where I test drove it, got approved for it. Could have took that joint off the lot, and I was just like, I'm cool. Now that I can, I don't even want to. But I mean, it's cool to know I can. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, if anything, like having more make you give a fuck about the shit that people exalt or idolize even less.
I mean, because that's the benchmark. Like, how you gonna be revolutionary but also care about what everybody else cares about? That's counter to the definition. You know what I mean? You have to start new with something and say, well, like I said the other day, I don't need a McLaren to feel good about myself. If I can wake up and run, take the dog out, get everything I need done, have a good night's sleep, don't need no CPAP machine and all this other stuff that people have to do every night before they go to sleep, I feel like I'm wealthy.
Classic.
I feel like I'm wealthy when I get to put my helmet on and step on the field. I feel very wealthy at that point. I feel like I'm doing something that less than 1% of society can physically do at my level.
Right, but that's a real conversation you having. What do you say to someone who would hear you speak about that and be like, that just sound like how broke people talk? That just sound
Well, I
like
mean,
broke talk. You see what I'm saying?
I would say that they were broke if they were morally corrupt. For example, if I have my soul, this man just sat up there and said, mind you, he is not broke and he has already lived the life at a greater level than I got to. For whatever factors that may be, he got to live it way greater than I did at that level.
Yeah.
You know, there is getting there, and then there is exceeding expectations when you get there. He exceeded expectations when he got there, and he was able to have the longevity to be able to finish at an older age than what most people get to. And then now he has eyes on him to the point of where he doesn't have to produce nothing. He could just go and sit down in a chair and talk to people, and they want to show up, and he gains access to them due to his, athletics and celebrity, right? This is what he's been able to do. For him to be able to still say he didn't even think about it. You like, that's the part that gets me. He didn't even think about it. He's, oh yeah, for 100 million, you can have it. What? You didn't even think about it, and then you laughed about it afterwards. Like, here's the thing: whether you believe in a soul or don't believe in a soul, you don't have to believe in a soul, but you do have to believe in your own integrity.
Yeah.
And if you're saying, because what they say when they say they want your soul, in my opinion, is that they want your integrity, which means they want to be able to make sure you do what they want you to do, and you ain't gonna say no to them. That's what I think it means. Now, some people, you can say it's legitimately a soul. You can say that all you want to, but the meaning of it doesn't change. It does not change either way. Somebody else is controlling you forever now, and you're okay with that as long as you got the money. What if they tell you that, we're gonna give you this money, but you can't buy what you want to buy? Then what good was that?
Well, that's kind of how it works, right? Not necessarily in the way of purchases, but in the way of behavior, right?
Yeah.
Like, they compromise you with your love for money, or with your need for money, or with your lack mindset for money. You get compromised. So it may not be in the way of, okay, I'm gonna give you bread, but I can police what you buy. But it will be, I can police where you go. I could police what you could say, right? Yeah. Police your freedom of speech. I could police, how much free time or off days you're allotted. You get what I'm saying? Like, compromise shows up in so many different formats, and people who are in love with money past a certain point, they become slaves to that, because the person with a carrot to dangle can guide you in whatever direction they want.
Classic.
Let's go to the chat though. It's a lot of stuff going on in the chat. Let's see what they talking about though. What's going on? The lovely Chanel, what's happening with it? She said, I'm glad we didn't hold back on that. Tell them. Oh, for sure. We're gonna talk.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna talk. Modine said Terence telling stories. If he didn't have all the money he would probably be a stick-up kid. It's hard to say. You know what I'm saying, Modine? Do we know Terence Crawford to be an armed robber in any other situation? It's a lot. That's a lot right there.
He didn't always have that money. He's old. As far as boxers go.
Oh, yeah. Boxing. He about almost 40. He almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
Racehead. For what will profit a man if he gains the whole world but forfeits his soul? Matthew 16:26. Talk that talk. Racehead said, salute, fam. What up, Racehead? Cannot be trusted. Nah. Modine said, the people with the most stories about morals and values always sitting in luxury with deep pockets. You said it. Malachi, that's why 2K and Anton is weak. Oh, damn, here we go. Look, we ain't brought them up none. They would sell us out on the plantation for money. I'm just reading the chat. People that are all about money can't be trusted. They would just tell you, see, this is the thing though, Malachi, it's a delicate conversation to have, because while I agree with you, if you say it out loud, somebody will just tell you just broke. That's what they'll say. Even if you're not, that's just, it's their favorite thing to say. When you start having a real conversation, money is not real. So a money conversation is not a real conversation, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see, CS person, this year Trump will make you slaves again type shit. I'm gonna be real with you though, CS person. Even though you trolling, I'll never be a slave. I'll either be breathing and free, or gone. That's it. You'll never see me, you know.
Ain't no way I'm not fighting.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no forced labor. They just gonna have to get me
No
off.
way I'm not fighting.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to take me off the chessboard, but not
They're
before.
gonna be like,
yeah.
I watched Roots the other day on accident. It popped up on YouTube and then let it play. Like it was one of those things where it was like, you know what? I'm busy working on something else. I'm gonna let it play in the background, right? And they got to the part where he was up there. And this is actually pretty relevant. Thanks, CS person. You didn't know what you did. You gave me a piece of content. You go ahead and clip the StreamYard. I got to the point where he was tied up there. Kunta was, and he wouldn't change his name, right? So he had the other dude who just happened to be another slave, and he told him, boy, whip him. Obviously, this boy is older than even the guy telling him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he hits him the first time. He screams out in pain, hits him the second time, screams out in pain. He said, what's your name? He said, Kunta Kinte. Dude hits him a couple more times. He's starting to go to town on him 3, 4, 5 times. What's your name? Kunta Kinte. The last time he hit him, he said, hold on, let's see what he does. What's your name? He said, Toby. I would have never said that. Nope. No, you would have had to take me. You'd have had to.
Yeah, you say finish the job.
Because at that point, I lost the one thing that I said I would never going to lose. My black balls. You're not breaking them. You're not breaking them. They can blackball me all they want.
It's a rare set of individuals that live like this. Classic. It's a rare set of individuals that live like this, especially in a capitalistic society. You know what I'm saying? True morals, true principles. You know, like even today, the live numbers. If we was out here talking about some BS, you know what I'm saying, some trending BS, we'd be through the roof, right? But today, only the real showed up. You feel me? And that's fine. We like quality over quantity anyway. We can build out from that. So as the thought said, your blessings that only can be given by works is why we don't care about money. I like that. Your blessings that only can be given by works is why we don't care about money. I like that a lot. OG Kick said, classic codes, 100%. What up, OG? Racehead said, been there and done that, home team, lost a fortune, but still have my soul, integrity, and light of love. You feel me? The best is yet to come. Talk about it, Racehead. And if you had it once, that means you can do it again. Classic. Yep. Run it up. We rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? Already. Yeah. Let me see. Wait, where I lost my spot though. I don't want to miss nobody comments because it's enough to read. Let's see. Souls of Thought said, most of these men have been given just due to timing and luck. Most of these men have been given just due to timing and luck. That's why they speak about their money. That's why they bragging and boasting and showing and flaunting and flossing. Let's see. Modine says, send me that 24 cap autograph. What Modine on? Racehead said, I could tell off the top that both of you brothers are kindred and have the gift of discernment and providence. Real talk. Appreciate it, Racehead. I'm inclined to agree with you. Souls of Thought said Channing got there by luck and he's self-aware of his worthlessness. Damn. Shit. Mo and McKinnon, LOL. What y'all got about buying my clothes? LOL. That's so wild. Hey man, you a superstar. Roxy said, hey.
Why every day somebody new tries to buy my clothes? Like it was like 3 people in the other stream that wasn't McKinnon or Mo. And every single day somebody want to buy my clothes. Let me get this one. What?
Yeah, man. Sound like you got to open up a Tez wheel, not a good wheel. The Tez wheel. The lovely Chanel. That's because purpose always pays deeper as souls. They talking. See, now we having a real conversation. I love this. Tez Down said, hey, Roxy. Malachi said, how can you enjoy the money you have by selling your soul, consciously knowing that you're defeated at the moment you die?
They won't enjoy it.
That they won't. Tough. Depending on what soul selling look like in that instance, right? It depends on what it is. Because soul selling is a lot of things. What is it? You know? Racehead, wealthy but morally bankrupt. Yeah. 333. What up, Conversations with South Rain? Juanita, what's going on? Good evening, Mr. Classic Codes and Mr. Tez. How you doing?
Good evening, Ms. Juanita.
Courage is contagious. Yeah. You think so? I think so too.
I think so too.
Racehead, 100. Joe says salute. What up, Joe? Huh?
Why do you give speeches before a fight? Why do you give speeches before a boxing match or, a football game or a baseball game or a basketball game or a war? Why do you give speeches beforehand? It lets the
Gas 'em
people.
up.
It gets the people going. It stirs something inside their hearts. It gets their blood pumping. That adrenaline starts pumping. Just the first couple words off the leader's mouth. If you got a real solid leader, the first couple words out his mouth, your blood's already pumping. You ready for battle. Y'all done did this 50 times before. 50 times before, 50 times y'all won. It's gonna be 51 today. That quick.
Yeah. We gonna come back to that though real quick. We gonna come back to that. Modine said most slaves went through it and endured it. Anyone tough enough today to go through that? Nah, they listen, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be all. This is a human experience, G. I'm a fighter, G. I'm not. Ain't gonna be no bondage. Ain't gonna be none of that. It's just one of them. Like, okay. For example, this is all for content creation purposes and entertainment. This is all alleged, right? But if someone ever tried to like put us back into physical human slavery, like they waking your ass up and making you go outside in some fucked up conditions and do some type of work, like, gee, I'm not gonna be here for that. I'm either gonna listen. We either gonna win the great battle, or I'm gonna lose trying to win the great battle. It ain't gonna be no like me, my personality type, men, because I know I'm a member of a tribe. I don't talk about myself like I'm a monolith. I know I'm a member of a tribe. We are just the minority. Men of my ilk, we either gonna win the fight or die losing the fight. Ain't gonna be no, like, you're not gonna have none of me's on no plantation nowhere. It's not happening, gang. It's just not happening. You know what I'm saying? But most people,
if they win, they win. But you're gonna have to win, and it's not gonna involve me being around no more.
Right? Yeah, you gotta knock this piece off the chessboard.
He's too dangerous. He needs to go.
Yeah, I'm with all that shit. So yeah, Racehead said facts. SP to go said hell yeah. Yeah, what up? Good luck 8. I need a list of the music you be playing on here.
Go to B-Class on SoundCloud.
Yeah, tap into the SoundCloud catalog. That's all I got for y'all right now. I told y'all my music like buried treasure. I went unpaid for too long on these streaming shits. I'm trying to figure it out. Racehead said, "Be like, let's get it." Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, I don't listen. If it's that, it's that. Like I said, if you're looking for me, I'm looking for you. So somebody lying. Souls of Thought said, at Mo, we all tough this day in the time. Master is both races. Ooh, talk about it, Mo. Souls of Thought. That was Souls of Thought. He said, at Mo, we all tough this day in time. The master is both races. The master is definitely both races.
Huh?
Hey, Soul's cooking on. Hey, I know he working out right now, but he cooking off that treadmill. Get that cardio, Souls. That shit that boy got that runner's high. He over there on that runner's high. He cooking. The master.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of people right now who they're just not going, and I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of people that's just not going. It doesn't matter if we don't speak the language. It doesn't matter if you don't know where you're going. Like the Blitzkrieg is over. We're too smart.
Yeah,
we're too aware of what's going of the past. They didn't have a past to be aware of. All they knew is they woke up and they were like in a boat somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't know. No, this is not. There's too much information and too much of the ability for me to share it. For me to think that I'm gonna be surprised by some crazy that happens, and then what they gonna do? He's non-compliant. You damn right.
Yeah. Say that. Racehead said we going out on the shield every time. You understand? Modine said no one is going to put anyone anywhere. All I'm saying is slaves were tough. They put up with all that and survived. Nah, we not giving.
No, they had endurance. There's a very big difference between endurance and the lack of information. You see, you're the one that posted a scripture earlier. So I got another scripture for you. It says the people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We have it.
Yeah.
I don't have the lack of the knowledge. I know that I don't have to do what they would try to make me do. I don't have to do nothing. They need me. This is what I told y'all last week. If we're the commerce, because we are the consumer, how are we both the consumer and the commerce? Because we're valuable to them. The more of us, the more valuable we are to them, because we buy the stuff that they push out. Starve them. You want me to do this? I'm not doing none of that. Why? I don't have to. Well, I key you. You will? Well, then who gonna do this? Not you. You don't know how to do this.
OG Patrice in the building. Let's get through these comments. We're not gonna be here with y'all too much longer, chat. Let's see. Here go the link for the music. Anybody looking for the music, they go to SoundCloud link. Tap into the chat.
Rain for being amazing.
Yep, soft rain be on top of things. Modine said, souls, maybe you. I spent 10 minutes as a slave. I'ma pass out. Modine funny as hell. Modine be on both sides of the fence. OG Patrice, what's going on? Racehead. That's why they bring all these people here to replace us. We have awakened. I'm gonna say this, Racehead. We still the awakened are still the minority. You know what I'm saying? Most people, you know what it is though. You know what it is though, for real, Tez. Before we conclude and stuff, because I know we don't have too much time with you tonight. But you know what it really be, bro. It's just like a lot of people just never experienced abundance, and so they have a misconception due to propaganda and what we taught in this country that abundance, like that's happiness, right? Like getting to a point where you live abundantly, superficially abundant. I'm talking about is happiness. That's what's taught. So you have so many people feeling like if I've never felt abundance, I've never felt happiness. And so because they bought into that thought process, they never feel fulfilled. You feel me? And then you have people who either have had, or be having abundance, right? Because a certain shit I don't share online. I'm sure certain shit you don't share online. It has much to do about nothing, right? But for the people who run on here, oh, I got it, I'm having it, I got it, I'm up, I'm way up, and all that shit. Like somebody said in the chat earlier, that's a certain type of human being. I will say this though, for the people who have had it, we can all reach back and let you know that shit ain't shit. That shit don't mean shit. It don't mean, and people without people
be here.
Yeah, people without it, they be like, well, shit, give me yours then. Since it ain't shit, give it here. Let me see. Well, no. Well, that's the thing. I'm not gonna do that. But what I can tell you is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the best things in life truly are free.
They truly are.
Whatever it is that you churning, trying to get through, just ask yourself, would you give up the person closest to you to have that first thing in the morning? Whatever it is you're trying to get to, dream car, dream house, financial stability, whatever it is, right? A country you want to visit, whatever that superficial goal is, or goals, or lifestyle is, we'll give you that. But tomorrow, the closest person to you, soon as you acquire, they expire. Would you take it? But here's the thing, Tez. You instantly shaking your head no. Somebody watching this was like, shit, I ain't gonna hold you. somebody watching this like, shit, I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
People that are saying that. This relates back to the soul question.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, it's the blood sacrifice, right?
Mm-hmm.
From allegedly, it's the blood sacrifice. You got to give up somebody that's near and dear to you in order to maintain or attain. You know what I mean? And there's lots of cultures that have literally done this ritual sacrifice for the ascension of all these other people, right?
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between being a self-sacrifice and sacrificing somebody else. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. And to be honest, you have to ask yourself the other question. How can you sleep at night knowing what you did to get what you got? Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking. You know who he was? You remember how decrepit he was?
To a degree.
So he had I think it was ALS and multiple sclerosis, and he couldn't move at one point. He had developed a computer that he talked through, but he looked like this.
I remember.
Yeah, couldn't move, nothing. Could not move. That's how much his body had gave up on him. He could not move. You know, the disease took over, and it just makes you, you know, the same thing happened to, you know, one of the Chicago greats we lost last year, you know. And same thing with Richard Pryor. He had it too. Body just gives up. But these people were, you know, Mongo McMichaels, rich as ever. Super rich, super famous, Super Bowl champion. Stephen Hawking, smartest man in the world. One of the richest men in the world. At the time, you know, over $20 million, you know, just over $20 million, and you can't run, you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't jump, you can't move. You hanging out with the richest people on earth every day, you know, going to their parties and their islands and stuff, you know, allegedly. And you can't move nothing. You think he really enjoyed the money?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like the money ain't. What does money really afford us for real? What, like, for real? No, dead ass. Okay, so let's say your job is within reason to your house, to where you live. Let's say your job is 4 miles away from where you live. Realistically, you could walk to work every day. Even in inclement weather. Some days will be harder than others. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, you could walk to work every day, not pay a toll, not have to buy any gas, not have to. God gave you transportation.
I
You
like
feel
that
me?
you said this. So on
Like,
the human experience.
yeah, bro. Like so transportation, if you have an able body, is free. You see what I'm saying? Technically.
I got a story for you.
Talk to me.
I told you I'm probably gonna get at least one on the human experience, at least one. So, you know what? We doing it. So, I had this really nice townhouse. I'm talking about. It was beautiful. It was like magazine-esque. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it's for sale again right now. But I ain't moving back out there. I'm just letting you know, I'm not moving back out there. But it's for sale again right now. It'd be perfect, for what I want to do. But I'm not.
It's cool. Yeah.
I decided. Where'd my head go? There we go. I decided. I'm like a ghost. Paul Revere type stuff. I decided that Ichabod Crane. My bad. I decided that I didn't want to try to find a way to get to work every day, and my motor blew on me in this place called Waukegan. If y'all don't know, I like race cars, and at the time I only had one car, and it was a little race car, and I drove it at the races, had a whole lot of fun doing it. But when I drove back, motor blew on me. Called AAA, got it back to the house, whatever. After a whole longer story of how to even get it back from Waukegan, and I'm sitting there like, man, I'm working at this other place. I got all this other stuff going on. I'm still coaching football. And I'm just like, oh, man, I need to be able to not have to worry so much about getting to work every day. So I had to leave my job that I was working. I still coached, but I had to leave my job. You know what I mean? And I started working at a burger joint. I said, if I work at this burger joint for the next 4 months, I can get all the money that I need. I had enough money left in my savings to pay for my house and all the other bills that were in there. I was a single man, no kids, all of that. I didn't have to worry about a whole lot. And then I had my brother with me too, so it was easy for me. And so I worked at this burger joint because it was across the street from the complex where my townhouse was in. And I worked. This was over a decade ago, but I worked in this burger joint, and people would come in there and they would be so excited when they saw me. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Dang, you over here? What's up?" Blah, blah, blah. People were coming over, and one time the manager walked up to me. And she was like, "Sir, you're a distraction here." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "I don't know who you are, but people keep coming in here, even on the days you're not here. Are you just spending all your time talking to people? I'm going to review the tape." She reviewed the tape. It's just me doing my job. Just me doing my job. And so one of the dudes told her the next time he came in, he was like, "Oh, he's such and such. He did all of this." And she gonna ask me, "Why do you even work here?" And I was like, "It's across the street from my house."
Yeah.
It's across the street from my house. I just need this much money to get what I need to get done. I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll be up out of here soon." And literally the day that I got enough to get done what I wanted to get done in my savings, it took me about 4 months. Good planning, good shifts. I worked almost every day. I was able to get up out of there. And she was like, "So you done for real?" I'm like, "Yeah, I told you I had a goal and I reached it. This was the easiest way to do it."
Yeah.
Right across the street.
But see, a lot of people don't have the humility to do, not even humility. A lot of people just don't have the understanding of life in general to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done and maintain integrity. You know what I'm saying? And maintain a certain level of authority and dominion over your own life. You feel me? You took back your control. You were in a situation where you felt like, okay, if I stay in this situation, things are volatile. Let me regain my control. Yeah. Even if it looks a certain way, or even if it's something that somebody else wouldn't do. I'm with you though, Tez. Like if push ever came to shove, which it won't, right? But if push ever came to shove and I needed to go flip burgers, I'll flip burgers, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no look, bro. Look, man. I ain't
quit my
never.
office job because it was too far.
It's a new,
Like, think
yeah.
about
It's a new generation, bro. Where like you would get shamed for working hard. We was coming up to it. We was coming up to it. It was, do you have a job? Yeah, yeah.
I had a blast every day. Like, I put my music in. We talking about right across the road, bro. It's right off the road. I'm gonna walk out of my subdivision, cross the road, and then walk into work because it's right there on the edge of the road. I ain't even got to walk down the road. It's right there on the corner that I'm walking out of. I can't be late. You know what I'm saying? Not only can I not be late, it don't cost me no gas. I don't have to worry about insurance. I don't have to worry about tags. I don't have to worry about nothing. And I got to build my car in the garage all summer. I had a blast, dude. I built my car all summer. And then as soon as like it started to get the nice cold weather months, I came out, popped out, turboed everything. Car's all painted. The interior's redone. I had new wheels for the car. I even had new body pieces all over it. And I was able to do it relatively easily just by living within my means, being happy, you know, walking places, getting rides, you know. And then the people that was messing with me, they didn't care if they was driving because they know I usually drive.
Right. Let me ask you this. Were you happier, right? Because everybody likes to talk about happiness and shit. Were you happier in that window of time than you were at your highest financial peak of your adulthood, whenever that was? You don't have to disclose that. But were you happier in that window or in the window of your highest financial peak in your life so far?
I remember the last time that I left the field, you know, as at the highest level of being a pro is what I'm gonna call it. I remember the last time I left the field and I walked out of there and I was like, what am I gonna do? Because my goal was to get back to this level, and you got there, it didn't go as far as you wanted it to go. What are you gonna do now? And I walked out and I was distraught, like, man, this was my chance. I'm never gonna have this chance again. I'm getting too old. It was great while it lasted, blah, blah, blah. Everything people say to try to console themselves, right? And then the next week is when this happened, is when that motor blew. And so I was just like, all right, well, what am I gonna do now? Well, you know what? I'm gonna do everything that I can do. This is right across the street. They said urgently hiring was the sign on the door. You know, I like the food. I love me some Chicago style. You know what I'm saying? I love me some Chicago style. And I walked in there. They gave me a job. I interviewed. Same day that I interviewed, they gave me the job. And I had a good summer. I didn't have no pressure because the job was super easy.
Yeah.
You know, no pressure. I got free food almost every day. Didn't have to spend the money that I had in my savings. And then I was able to just survive. You know what I'm saying? It was peaceful.
Yeah.
It was peaceful.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, I think a lot of people, unfortunately, will never have an opportunity to have financial abundance, to know that it's not associated with your level of happiness or fulfillment. It's not. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not saying everybody that got money is unhappy and unfulfilled. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that having the bread that most people don't get to touch, if you get that money, it's when you have the realization that this does not equate to that. It never did. Fulfillment, happiness, those things are not tied to finance. The happiest people I've ever been around in mass were not in the United States of America. And the happiest people I ever been around, huh?
You forgot to ask me one question.
What's that?
If it's just me and this body, self-contained, not everything else, not the people around me, not my friends, not the channel or anything like that. If it's just me and my body, if I could go back, but I have to go back to that specific place and time with everything that I know now, not even if it had to be financial knowledge erased, so I don't affect that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't affect the economy and I don't affect the future in that way of unknown things.
Gotcha.
But even if it was just me in that moment, that the type of happiness that I felt every single day, knowing that I had a calendar. I kept the calendar on my desk, right? Because back then I was still making content, but it was not the same type of content. You know, this is old. This is before I even jumped on the bin, right? This is even before we started doing town hall meetings. This is before all of that. I would sit at my desk. I had my DJ turntables. You know, I had my music there. You know, I opened up the old Fruity Loops, and then it was Serato after that. open them both up, and then I work on my music. Even if I know I'm not releasing it to nobody, I'm not a musician. So I just like music, so I work on it a little bit, and then I have some fine come over, and get treated like a king there, had good dinner, make either if I made it or bought it, don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. I love the house too. And then I had a little dog. My mom bought this little dog, and like she didn't want to take care of it, so it became my little dog. And me and this little dog would just be in the crib. And then my brother moved in. It was, to be honest, it's before he was married too. So it was just two brothers doing brother stuff. And then when I pick him up sometimes, I get a rental car, pick him up. The rental car didn't really cost nothing. And back then, you get a rental car for like $30 for like 3 days back then. Yeah, it was great, man. Like, would I go back? Yeah. Be younger, have a little bit more vitality, can spend 15 minutes less on the treadmill or on the run or a walk, and just be at peace. And then at the same time, dude, I was literally working at a burger joint. I sold fries, burgers, and Italian beefs all day, hot dogs, Polish sausages, and when I got home, I felt like a king. I got treated like a king. People treated me great. I didn't get treated no differently. Sometimes people walk in, why do you work here? I don't know. I'm just chilling. Yeah. It was fantastic. Yeah. I didn't need nothing else. I didn't need nothing else. I didn't even want nothing else, bro. I was fine.
I'm telling you, man, simplicity, bro. Simplicity. Like I was saying, like the biggest wave of, like, the biggest grove of people I've ever seen be happy is in the poorest countries I've ever been to, bro. They happy as hell with nothing. They chilling. No shoes, no niggas out there just happy, bro. Just happy, playing, kids jolly as hell. Don't know no better either. They not tripping off nothing. Nobody waking up over there thinking about all the shit they don't have, bro. They just resourceful, and they have, and it hit different too. It hit different too when you not colonized like that, or at least in the way that we are here, right? It hit different when you could run around all day in the street with your friends as a kid and go grab fresh food off the trees in the bushes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
well, be trees here,
you could be enriched, healthy, youthful, spry, and you know what I mean. These things are true wealth. I think we have wealth misconstrued in America. And
you seen the Sudanese video?
Yeah, you said who?
Them Sudanese people.
I mean,
with
maybe
Falcon dance.
Oh yeah.
Groovy.
Yeah,
they be having the time of their lives.
Hell yeah.
See, that's what I'm missing out on.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's what. Hey, it's rare that I go visit places that are rich. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Michael Jackson used to look like.
Yeah. Type it. Why Mike catching strays? Let's get through these chats, man, so I can let you go, bro. I know you got shit to do. Juanita said, to the person who said Trump will make us slaves, read the Bible, Deuteronomy 30:1-10. For the record, we weren't conquered. Read Deuteronomy chapter 27:10 through 30. Ancient Africans had white slaves. We did get conquered, though. You right, but we did get conquered. We are currently living in the results of us being conquered, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Big Dog 9988, I wouldn't do it. I have morals. He talking, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't give up a person close to him for the life he want. Let's see, Patrice, she said somebody watching will be like, can I choose the person to go? Oh yeah, somebody said it to themselves. Yeah, somebody was watching us go through that, and they was like, shit, I ain't gonna lie. Ray said, let's talk about money. Kick that track one time. I'll play it at the end. We got to get my dog Tez on the road. Morpheus, I hope he was just being sarcastic. SMH people are taking that what he said and running to get views with it. And Terence answered wisely. Roxy said, the best things in life are free. Memories, people, experiences, not things, toys, or what you can collect. Absolutely, Roxy.
You said the other one before Roxy?
Huh?
The one right before Roxy?
Morpheus?
Yeah, Morpheus?
Yeah.
I'm going to help you out here. He was serious, even if he said it in a joking tone. Usually, when those types of questions pop up, the things that come out of people's mouths are exactly what they will do. And then I'm going to tell you something else. The powers that be, they're not going to let you retract that answer either. You only got one shot at answering it, and that's the way he answered it. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if y'all see something crazy coming from over there.
Mm-hmm.
They know now. They know. Do not be surprised.
Let's see. Time 18188. Classic and chat family, have a great and productive weekend. Stay blessed and balanced in life. Appreciate you, Time.
Thanks, man.
Racehead, Time indeed. Bless up, family. Time said your health is your true wealth, not money or power. That's a fact.
Agreed.
Time. I was just about to say, is the 24 on your hat for Jeff Gordon? Racehead.
Nah.
Pure facts. Time. Let's see. Modine. Tez used to race Formula One.
No.
Time. Racehead. Yeah. I mean, even if you did, you ain't gotta tell these people. You know what I'm saying? Keep something to yourself, man. These folks be doxing you and everything, man. Keep some shit. Keep some dead ass. Keep some shit on tuck. Time said, Racehead, respect family, stay consistent and healthy. Somebody dox me though, I'm gonna sue they motherfucking underwears off. It's gonna
I'll be ready for it.
Oh God, I'm suing them and I'm suing them and everybody in their fucking bloodline, friendship circle, group chat thread, nigga. Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
take all the money they think they got.
Oh shit. Racehead said at time, that whiskey and coffee is good machine. I'm just playing. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, if I got doxxed, it wouldn't even be nothing to be ashamed of. And I'm still suing your motherfucking draws off for releasing perfectly good and normal information.
I wouldn't even especially if it's somebody I don't really like. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm about to do with your money? I'm about to go ahead and build a homeless somewhere to live with your money.
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
Really mad.
Oh God, for no reason. Damn, he didn't even tell nothing bad. Don't matter. Come off that. Yeah, hey, I like to sip on a little bourbon myself, family. I don't drink coffee, but I do like the smell of coffee for sure. He said, you know how we do. Yeah. Racehead said, what do you think of giving back to what did I say? Harness grace and favor spiritually. I don't think you can. You think so? You saying like being charitable can somehow like afford you or grant you some grace or whatever that you didn't have? Like I don't know.
You cannot buy what is priceless. That's something that people need to understand. You, me, him, and anyone else. You cannot buy what that does not have a price.
Yeah.
Grace and mercy don't have a price. They don't. There's now you can submit to someone for a price, and they can allow your submission for a price. But grace and mercy do not exist when you can pay for it. You can put a dollar value on it, or a labor value on it, or a year's value on it, or a compulsion of love value on it. Grace and mercy don't really exist because that's something else. That's for example, if you love somebody and you give them grace because you love them, that's a good rapport. But that's also the price. You got to love them to give them grace. That's the price. Grace and mercy come when there is no price that can be paid to earn it. They are bestowed.
I like that. You want to read Sco comment? I'm trying to get
Sco said, I've been up and I've been down and always got it back. What did I say, Sco? I've been knocked down plenty of times, but I always got back up.
Go ahead, read through the comments.
Mo said Mo is only happy when he's counting money, 5 for me and 1 for you. Well, I hope you account money forever, Mo, if that's the only way you happy. Chicago got some really good food spots. They are not just known for the pizza. Chicago has the best tasting food in the world as far as a collection of food. There's some great food all over the planet if y'all are willing to go check it out. The reason why people in other countries are happy without money because they are with family and best believe the Lord is in their life. I mean, most people in other places got a concrete belief system that isn't challenged by the people around them every day. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that we go through here in America is your belief system is constantly being challenged by any and everything around you. And unless you live in an echo chamber, you're going to hear a dissenting opinion. Whereas a lot of other countries, the majority of their opinions coincide with how they were raised. Yeah. And then they pass those same things down to the people that they're raising. That's not really true here in America. Everybody got their own ideas. Everybody got a better idea. Everybody don't like your idea, even if your idea is a good one. It's just how it works here.
Cooking. Go ahead. You cooking.
At time 18188, it's his football number. Yeah. Amongst other things. Facts classic. The joys in the eyes could nearly be touched. We got poets in here. It's an amazing experience that can never be bought. Good job, Roxy. Time 18-188. Thank you, Passport. Stay blessed and consistent. Ray said, when we talk about money, we are really talking about fiat currency, a construct. But currency itself isn't tied to just money. No, it isn't. Your time is the most valuable currency you have.
Yep.
We weren't conquered according to Deuteronomy. Our ancestors were punished, weakened by the Creator, so all the Caucasians had to do was pick over us. Believe what you want to believe. Ain't
Conquering it. Hey, conquering is conquering.
Conquered is conquered.
Yeah. I'm with you though. I feel you, but conquered is conquered. We can dress it up though.
You conquered.
Yeah, that's it. There it is. They say it again, Tez.
I feel you, be young. I feel you. Give me that Heineken.
Hey, he said if you're not in control, you are conquered. That's it.
If you're not in control, you're conquered. You're subdued.
Yep.
Energy transfer. Oh, yep. Church. John Jones. What's up, John Jones? Nice to see you.
What up, John? Good to see you again. Yeah, you've been gone a couple of days, boy. Bye. Where you been? Yeah. Come on, Mo.
Money can't buy me that 24 cap autographed by Tez. I gave it away for free to the kids in Greece. Happy life equals happy wife. I mean, y'all believe that? Y'all believe that? I said y'all. I didn't say I believe that. I said y'all believe that. That would be Jamaica. Best food in the world. Fresh, healthy, and natural. Hey, shout out to the Jamaicans and all the ancestors that are out there. Hey, why?
Yeah, them your folks, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
This was a fire episode. I like the way my brothers were building. Hey.
Disco.
Go ahead, give back now. I know I can't see you this time, but you can't sell something that don't belong to you. You absolutely can, but I know what you're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Our ancestors suffered under human cruelty, not divine punishment.
She disagreed with the Deuteronomy. Go ahead.
In other countries, they are not chasing money like people in America, and people in other countries have communities like we black folks used to have. Now it's every man for themselves. Yeah, it was beat into the people.
Well, it's beating the thought process, right? If folks start, if everybody tomorrow wake up with real values, you're gonna see a lot less people working overtime. Because
all you gotta do is watch the Tez Down or the classic codes, or even the band. You're gonna wake up with better values than you went to sleep with.
Say that.
All y'all gotta do is watch all of us. It's like I donate so much of my time every day to making sure that I tell y'all the truth. And I know a lot of people don't like that. And I'm totally fine with that because I feel better. And then other people feel better. And then I get 50 text messages that I haven't even answered every day. And then I got Instagram messages, and then I get TikTok messages, and then I get all the comments on everybody's post. People calling me out and that I've never even seen before. And that means that my message is working.
Wait, you said what? Somebody called you out?
Yeah, there was this weird dude from Portugal. He was masquerading as like I don't know, a politician or something.
What you was gonna do?
Yeah, he got all this weird political stuff, a whole bunch of AI like images of himself like in different positions doing different things. I think one of them he was playing basketball with Kobe in it. I was like, this is so weird, man. I'm like, just keep my face off the weird stuff. That's all I asked. You know what I'm saying?
How we handle call outs, Tim?
I don't ever want a problem. But when they say they want a problem, I say no problem. That's it.
No problem. That's it. I don't avoid the smoke. I mean, if push came to shove, and I'm just throwing out, something that may be lucrative. So for people who care about money, they do have these things called celebrity boxing, right? Where you can
come on. Have
a card with the people that you don't like, and then it's all fun and games. Y'all can make charitable donations whether you win or lose.
Did you just say content creator boxing? Is that what you just said, Ted?
Oh, yeah, come to play.
I'm letting you know, Tez, let me interject. I'm letting y'all know right now, any fake ass conflict y'all play with me on YouTube past a certain point, I'm going to politely ask you to put on some 16s. And we do not have to do it for free. You stand to benefit financially from this ass whooping. I'm talking about this is salt, meet her, and this is pepper. I will be seasoning your ass.
Right. And I'm gonna be honest. if you got to take a punch, you probably want to take it in boxing gloves. Do you really want to get hit with something that's as big as my head? No.
Yeah.
Just put the boxing gloves on. Stop lip boxing and, you know, bringing me up when I didn't even know who you were. But now that you're on the radar of knowing who I am and you had something to say, I got something to say.
Yeah, I believe in primitive dominance. I believe in primitive dominance, bro. All this talking, politicking, overt attacks, send somebody to troll you. I believe in primitive dominance. What you say? All right, we can't come to agreement, so we gonna stay away from each other. Oh, you don't want to? Oh shit, we got to throw them hoes. That's it. Nobody got to die, and nobody got to lose no bread. We can actually get paid. You got a bunch of subs. I'm running up a bunch of subs. Whole bunch of people would pay money to watch us. Let's get this bread and settle these differences.
I ain't gotta dox you.
Yeah, I am not Corey Holcomb. I am not Anton Daniels. I ain't with none of that. I am closer, and I know y'all gonna hate the analogy, but you gotta respect the fact that he actually throw them bitches. I'm much closer to Jake Paul than any of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that shit.
I don't want a problem. But when they say they want a problem, I say no problem. That's it.
Yeah. And that's just what it is. Win, lose, or maybe. Passports go. Let's get through the rest of these so you can bail. In the country, Chicago. What you say? In the country, Chicago got it on food, and Texas is a close second. I say NOLA. Punishment. Let's see. B Young didn't say. I didn't say mine was happy. Y'all know they ain't never happy long. Nah, it's fleeting emotion.
I wish you some peace, brother. I wish you some peace.
Racehead, facts, family number one for sure. There's nothing like Jamaican chicken feet soup, cow foot soup, and managed water. Y'all got it.
I take my rice on peas.
Too much animal for me. Not us, Tez.
My rice on peas.
Soul said, not us, Tez. LOL. Passport Go said, a happy spouse is a happy house. Let's see. Be Young, never lied. Passport. Modine, laughing my ass off. Passport Go, facts. Modine, AI, the future. Shooting hoops with Kobe, rest in peace. Yeah. Racehead, just for the record, politician, a person who acts. For the record, politician, a person who acts.
Huh?
I don't even want to read the rest of the definition.
Yeah, but you don't got to.
Yeah, a person who acts in a manipulative.
That's all you need.
In a manipulative and devious way, typically to gain advancement within an organization. I'm gonna leave the politic into the politicians. I'm a straight shooter. Juanita said, "Wouldn't the word conquered be used only if our ancestors were able to actively fight back?" No, you can get conquered. You can get conquered mentally to the point where you're subdued physically and no fight takes place. Still conquering.
I love this. So this is why I would donate y'all this.
You got time today?
I to donate this.
Okay.
Donate this money, yes. During the Crusades, there was a famous king, King Richard. Not King Richard. It was King. I just forget his name, but he was the fourth. King whatever the fourth. He was the guy in the Kingdom of Heaven movie. If you remember that movie.
I never saw it.
You never saw Kingdom of Heaven?
No.
Excellent cinematography.
Okay.
Excellent cinematography. King Baldwin the Fourth. My bad. I just came to me. King Baldwin the Fourth. He was a leper. Like he had leprosy. You know what I mean? And he was able to beat Salahuddin, who was the Sultan in Egypt and all that whole little area back then. Because when he had 500 men, Salahuddin had 20,000. He was able to beat him because he was fearless in the fact that he'd already reconciled that he was going to die because he had leprosy. He knew he was going to die, and so that inspired the rest of the people behind him, the rest of the 499 that was behind him, to fight. They won an impossible battle. It was 52-1. And they won because they fought so fiercely that all the people that was watching, I'm not going out getting killed by these dudes. God's with them today. That's what he said. They said if you look at it, it says God was with them today. We're not winning today. They ran. They left all their jewelry. They left all their money. They left everything. All of that was to pay for the sacking of Jerusalem at the time during the Crusades. That was probably the greatest victory they won. Is that one? And again, he only lived for like 6-7 more years after that. You know, he only lived to be 24 years old. But He inspired them in a place that was failing, and then they had the next 6 years was all years of prosperity. After he did that, all years of prosperity, they won almost every fight. Him and Sladden became friends. Sladden was talking to him about all types of stuff that was going on, and then after he died, Sladden left them alone for a while too, until the dude that took over, which was his sister's husband, leave it to somebody not of the bloodline to mess something up. You know how that goes.
Yeah,
messed it up and pissed him off, and then he went and took over Jerusalem. Sladden did. He's like, hey, Baldwin gone. I'm gonna take this now. He was strong enough to beat me, y'all not. Even though he was a leper that could barely use his hands. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes what it really comes down to is one person standing up and one person saying, hey, y'all, we don't have to lose today.
Yeah.
Y'all know that, right? It's not written in the books that we got to lose. Which one of y'all want to go home in a box? Not me, not you. Okay, let's make sure they do.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, like it sounds like they broke rule number 1. Messing with a person that gives less of a fuck than you do. That's rule number 1, bro. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. AG, listen, it's already over with for me, so I'm telling you right now, crash out, that ain't even a classic. You know what I'm saying? It's already, So you got to,
self-preservation is not enough when you want to go farther.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, if I gotta go with you, I need you to go. When you're dealing with somebody like that, leave them alone. Leave them alone. If they say you gotta go, even if I gotta go with you, leave that person alone. Go ahead and concede. I'm telling you right, go ahead and concede. Time 18188. That's a fact. Passport. There's no such thing as happy life, happy wife. So only one spouse getting happiness. What about the man? It's always forever going to be what about the man. Diana Hodges-Jackson, you guys are amazing. We appreciate it, Diana. Appreciate it for sure. Racehead, 4-ounce MMA gloves, please and thanks. Hey, Racehead, you can get that work. I do stand up only. You throw the kicks, I throw the blick. I don't play with feet, dog. But with them hands, we can play. I don't care. What's your weight class? Let's get it. I told you, I'm not hard to find in any way. You know what I'm saying? They think I am not hard to find. I'm not. I'm not, G. So available. I pride myself on it. The people's champ. Roxy said, classic. I didn't know you was British. I am today. Yeah, Kira. What up, Kira? What's up, fellas? Missed the majority of this live. Definitely got to go back and watch. Oh, this that soul food today, Kira. This ain't the super the rah. This that soul food today. We had to cook up today. Racehead said Diane Hodges-Jackson, family vibes. Passports go at all. We are not ducking. No smoke. Never have. Never will. Nope. Yeah. Let's keep it clean. John Jones said facts. Put your hands up. Yep, we keep it clean. Hey, we keeping it clean too. You notice I ain't said nothing about spinning no avenues or nothing.
Nah. Fucking man. Come see me. Fuck.
Yeah, we ain't talking about nothing crazy. We'll never do that. Juanita said, did you ever read Deuteronomy? I read the whole Bible multiple times. Yeah. I'm well versed. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's see. Time.
Our Sunday service.
Yeah, watch Sunday. Yeah, what was Dipset thinking about going up against the Locks? Classic Dipset was an embarrassment. We ain't gonna talk about that today. Time. We ain't got enough time. Pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Some of us train for combat out here. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Race, me too. That's what I'm saying. Me and you ain't gonna do nothing but make each other better, gang. Roxy said, but that like and subscribe button though. Yeah, facts though. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, they want to hear from Shorty. They love Shorty, folks.
Hey y'all, hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
You know, but she acts so nicely, don't she? She acts so nicely, folks. She asked me to
watch the episode when Shorty was doing Shorty's thing. We talked about it.
Hey, Ray said peanut punch, good for the post stand. He said peanut punch, good for the post stand. What you all? Roxy, I'll take the oxtail. Yeah, go ahead. Modine said Baldwin. Yeah, of Jerusalem. Yup. Leopard kid. Look, we got the historians in the chat. Navy SEAL type mindset. Endure. Oh yeah. Baldwin. The V took over after the Leopard King. He was only 8. Yeah, that's crazy.
Son.
Yeah. Juanita said, thank you both for sharing. Absolutely. Why you put a question mark?
Here's an interesting thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baldwin IV made only one mistake. His mistake was he gave somebody the option. He had a guy that he liked and that he was cool with, and the guy was loyal. And Baldwin was on his deathbed was talking to the dude and said, hey, my sister is going to become queen. I want you to marry my sister and become king of Jerusalem. and then I want you to make sure that Baldwin V takes over because he's only 8 years old, right? And then he said, there's only one problem. My sister is promised to Guy Lassignon from France. But Guy Lassignon was a jerk, bro. Like, he was immoral. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't want my sister even married to him. He said, and then the captain of the army was like, if Guy gets a hold of this army, he's going to go and try to conquer places where we just want to take care of Jerusalem, right? And so he said, yeah, he'll try to go kill all of the Arabs. He didn't want him to do that. And so he said, so I need you to take over and marry my sister. And then dude was like, well, I can't do that. I can't be responsible for all of his knights and him getting killed. And he said, well, so be it then. You won't become king, and whatever happens to the kingdom happens to the kingdom. And sure enough, 2 years afterwards, the Baldwin V was dead already. He died at 9 years old, and they came and took over.
Yeah.
Because Guy was a jerk.
Weak leader, volatile house. Racehead said, "You're my man. I can't choke you out." No, we not doing no wrestling, bro. I don't roll around with men, G. If I gotta wrestle you, you won. I don't roll around with me. I'm hands only. Anything else, I'm going to the firearm. I can't lie. Malachi, we are actually still in captivity because we haven't left the land we were enslaved in and put in our own land governed by us. Yeah, I agree. That's literally a fact. Yeah, we still in captivity. We everybody, like, if you got a day job, that's the plantation. That's just what it is. If you have a day job, that's the plantation. And even if you a so-called boss, right? You don't work for anybody. Your ass got taxes. You a slave too. It is what it is, folks. Unless the only way you are even close to free, and I'm gonna tell you why you still not free. But the only way you are even close to remotely free is if you have run your own businesses to the point where you're technically not an employee of anybody, right? So you own all the businesses that profit you. On top of that, you have learned legal ways around paying taxes altogether. I'm talking about your property tax, your income tax, if you've found a legal way to get around all taxes, right? And then on top of that, if you find a legal way to travel freely around the world with no passport, if you can't do none of them three things, you a slave too. They have colonized 97% of the landmass. Everybody is conquered for the most part. It just is what it is. So the sooner you realize that, the sooner you realize you're not too much better than anybody for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's why all that high horse shit people be doing to be crazy. Let's see. Juanita said the question mark was a mistake. Okay, no worries. I thought so. Modine, yes, after Baldwin, the V died. Let's see, the fifth. What did I say? The fifth? Yeah, the fifth died young. His mom, Sibylla, took the crown and then crowned her husband Guy de la Lusignan immediately afterwards.
You gotta say it in French. Lusignan.
I took French too. Comment t'appelles-tu? Let me see. Thanks again. Let's see. You just described a diplomat. Yeah. Let's see. Modine said it's so colonized. I'm on first rocket to Mars with Elon type shit. Sophisticated ignorance. Who can travel without a passport? A lot of mercenaries.
Yeah.
We can't have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? They flag us up. But it's people traveling without documentation. You just gotta be associated with the underground. Like my dog said in Taken, you gotta have a special set of skills. You know what I'm saying?
Special set of skills.
And it's being done for sure. Leaders of the most nations. Yeah, look, they just answered. Leaders of most nations can travel without documentation. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna close this one up, man. We don't have too much time. Tez already gave y'all a little bit more time than what he wanted to, and we appreciate him for it. You know what I'm saying? This is the human experience. Make sure that you tap in with the whole coalition, the Raw Society Coalition. Follow the page, the Raw Society Coalition. Follow myself, the Classic Codes. Follow the Tez Down. Follow Souls of Thought. Follow Uncle Plug TV and follow Conversations with Soft Rain. That is the full coalition. If you follow all of us, you'll have dope ass content damn near all day, every day. As y'all know, this is my 4th hour of streaming today already. So and probably might end up doing Red Room. So you never know. He said thank you to all real fans. Look, yes.
Tonight. I hope you do because I'm up tonight. So
I fuck around and do it. He say that. Souls of Thought said to all the real fans for sure, because we know it's a lot of bullshit been sliding through.
Thank you.
They don't never click the link, man. They never click the link, bro.
But right now, they want to talk when you don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you show up, they want to act like you watching because you want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was summoned. Say his name and he appears. That's how I feel.
You know I'm moving like Candyman out here. Say my shit. Say, hey, that shit happened the other day on the Wildest Wake Up show. Classic needs to come explain himself. Classic. They said my name, I'll pop up. Hey, he's like, go ahead and state your argument. I said, I ain't got no argument. Y'all said my name. What y'all need? You feel me? I ain't got no argument. What do y'all? Yeah, who got questions about what I said? And I stand on that. Yeah, but for sure, man. Yeah.
Say his name and he appears.
Racehead said, appreciate y'all. Sophisticated said, but wouldn't that make that individual in another world since they are not subject to the same rules as everyone else? No, they're in the same world. They just not living by the so-called laws. I keep telling y'all, laws ain't shit but words written on paper. Nature is the only law. Roxy said February 13th, pull up to the show. Absolutely. If y'all don't know already, the promo is going to play at the end of this video. We have our live meetup coming up this week, this Friday, February the 13th, in the west suburbs of Chicago, Darien, Illinois. Slide to the Q Bar. Come meet us in person. Come witness our live podcast panel in person. Come witness a full concert by myself. Give y'all all this music y'all been requesting on the live streams in person. And just come tap in with us, man. You know what I'm saying? The tickets are available on Eventbrite, Singles and Soulmates, Raw Society Coalition. For sure. Great discussion. Roxy said, yes, Red Room. Time said, classic and family. Never lose faith in the Lord and especially in yourself. Come on, say that. And then Racehead said, law equals WAL. What's that? Wah? We see you spell law backwards. So what that mean? Law equals wah? What's that?
I don't know. We're gonna have to investigate it.
Yeah, we're gonna look into that. Peace, family, for sure. But man, listen, until next time, make sure y'all stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist, no stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank, southpaw like I'm really tank.